Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday so far. So it's my turn today to do an assembly for you all. So I'm going to start off in Year R by lighting our candle. Now we have a battery one at the moment in Year R, so I'll pop that on. And if you could light your candle with me in your classroom or at home, that would be fantastic. Thank you. So I'm going to start by saying peace be with you. Thank you. And today's assembly is going to be about sacrifice. So I wonder if you've ever heard of the word sacrifice before. Some of you might know what it means, or for some of you it might be completely new, which is fantastic because that means you'll learn lots this morning. So sacrifice means to give something up. So it might be something that you would find quite easy to give up. So you might think, yeah, okay, I can give up, say, chocolate for a week, or it might be something that's really, really tricky for you to give up. Like maybe something that takes a bit more time or a bit more energy. So have a think. If I said to you now, I would like you to give up your PlayStation, for example, or your favourite cuddly toy or sweets, think about if that would be tricky or if you think you could do it. Now have a quick think in your classes about things that you think would be really, really tricky to give up. I wonder if you can think of a Christian festival that happens around this time of year where we share what we have with those who need it most. Yes, that's right, harvest. So let's think about challenging ourselves and using this challenge as a way to help other people. So watch this video of Mo Farah. So Mo Farah is the most successful British track athlete. So have a think about the types of things that he has to sacrifice in order to do as well as he does at his job. And after the video, pause me and have a think about the things that he's sacrificing.
Distance run is difficult. You have to be able to put the miles in if you want it. I do average 120 miles a week. We're in front Remo, the Pyrenees 2000. One of the reasons why I spend a lot of time here is because of the elevation. It's really what distance people need. You know, back in the days, it used to be the Kenyans and Ethiopians, you know, beating everyone. And one of the reasons why they were beaten was, you know, they spend so much time at high altitude. So when they come back to sea level, things are a lot easier. It's not as high as some places I've been around the world. You see me in January in Ethiopia training, and then you see me in March training Flagstaff, Arizona. Most of the time I'm there, I'm high altitude. Average, I'm spending 6 months of the year away from my family and not being able to see my family in terms of that's racing, training camps. I do miss my kids, and you go to the house and they're like, they don't know what to do. They're like, and then it takes them like 2 to 3 weeks to be able to get comfortable with you. And then you leave again, and then that's hard. If you want to be a champion, if I want to stay on top, that's what it takes to be able to, you know, compete with these guys. There's no one could pace me, so what's the best way? Get somebody on a bike. Just done altogether like over 10 miles with just the session alone.
I think for Mo, you know, people perhaps don't appreciate the longevity of his ability to stay at #1. Mo treats every season, he has done for the last few years, as though this is my one chance to win, you know, and if he can keep that hunger, which he has done, then you get the results he does. All
day, every day, I would love to win, and no matter what, even if it's computer or running, no matter what, I always want to win. I never like to lose. There's no rest days for me, every day's running. Eat, sleep, train, there's nothing more to it.
So you might have spoken about Mo Farah sacrificing time. He said that he runs 120 miles a week. That is loads. That must take him a long time, even though he's fast. And he also spoke about travelling abroad to run in areas that are high up with high altitude. So spending a lot of time abroad means that Mo Farah is sacrificing time with his family. He's got young children, and that must be really quite tricky for him. So he's sacrificing a lot. So in this next video, you'll see that how making sacrifices for others can actually, in the long run, make you feel better about yourself. It's the idea of if you are helping somebody and sacrificing something, then they will be more likely to sacrifice something and help somebody else. And it goes around until it eventually makes a full circle and comes back to you again. That video, the people sacrifice lots of different things to help each other. Some people sacrifice money or energy. Some people sacrifice their time to give time to another person. And that one I think is one that we find really quite tricky, because it's very easy to sometimes think, oh, I just haven't got time to do that now. But it's really important that we really try sometimes to make a difference. So there are lots of little things that we can do to help each other. Something so little as holding open a door for somebody, or hanging up their coat if it's fallen on the floor and putting it back on their peg. And it might seem like it might take you a little bit of time, but to the other person, it will really make a huge difference. And it's a lovely thing to do, to just do these small random acts of kindness. You might like to give to charity your old books or clothes or things that other children or other people might need a little bit more than you. You could take some time out of your playtime to help somebody that's feeling a little bit lonely. Or you could spend 5 minutes less in your evening playing on your PlayStation or something to help, say, your younger brother or sister, and you could read them a story. There are lots of lovely little bits and bobs that you can do that will make a huge difference to someone else. So recently, a bigger thing, Miss Oliver and Mrs. Fraser raise lots and lots of money for the children in Tanzania that need it so much right now. And they sacrifice their time at the weekend, and they also put their fears behind them, and they upside down the Spinnaker Tower, as you know. So that's something that they found really, really frightening, but they sacrificed their own fears and they did that for somebody else, and that has made a huge difference now. So I'm going to finish with a prayer, and then if you would like to, you could listen to one of my favourite stories by Julia Donaldson, The Smartest Giant in Town, and have a think about the different things that he sacrifices for other people, and think about how it made him feel and how it made the other characters in the story feel too. So, put your hands together and close your eyes if you'd like to. Dear Lord, Please help us to always be kind, and please help us to find ways to help others. Amen.